Okay, guys. Okay. Sorry, I was just checking that everything actually is working and in motion and whatever. So happy new moon, first of all, and I hope that you guys are all coping. I must apologize for not doing daily readings Friday and Monday. Um, Things have been a little bit hectic here, to be honest, and I've been a little bit exhausted. So I thought, okay, I'm sure you'll survive for a day or two, and we'll get back on track. So I just want to talk about this new moon a bit and recap on things that we've spoken about before, like the changing of the energetic, charges around us and the influences around us, and the fact that things are moving out. It would be lovely if you guys could actually comment at the bottom if you've had any weird and wonderful experiences, any huge energy shifts and surprises. Some of them not so good, because it's an energy shift. We often experience loss um, in the form of losing loved ones and that kind of thing, maybe even animals, and that's not really a nice part about it. But what also is good is seeing the positive shifts in relationships, people making progress with wanting to fix things and change things in their lives, things that we've been working on for so long and planting seeds for finally coming to fruition and things starting to happen. So this is really lovely to see, and for me personally, I've had two momentous occasions in my life lately, which is really fantastic. They've been very positive, and yes, I'm eternally grateful. So this is what we need to focus on. I'm going to just speak again about the Lionsgate portal on the 8th of August one more time. You can book with me if you like. If you'd like me to do an energy session for you to assist you in shifting that energy, this is a karma reset. So it enables you to get rid of any negative energy, negative karma, and that goes as far back as ancestral karma if you're mindful of it and that's what you want to achieve. And I assist in just giving that a little bit of a boost. Or if you don't know how to do it and you don't know how to engage that and shift the energy, I will do it on your behalf. I've got about 7 places left. I can't take more than that, and it's $10 per person. If you're interested, please go into the link below or the link on my Instagram bio, and you will see there that there is a thing called 0808 for the 8th of August Lionsgate portal. What happens here is that our solar system's sun, Sirius, causes a chain reaction where there's a reflection of our sun and then into our earth grid and also on Orion's belt, and this causes a direct reflection then on the Great Pyramid of Giza. So it's quite an auspicious event. It's something that's been recorded many, many years back in time, and that the Egyptians used to observe, and it's quite an auspicious event, and it opens up this portal that allows this exchange of energy, especially this year, of negative energy out, positive energy in. Okay, so it's very important that you're mindful of it. It's also a good time to start now with the new moon, which is today, and then work yourself up to working on that all the time and taking advantage of that portal being at its peak on the 8th of the 8th. Okay, so let us start with a reading. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask what sort of energies we have to focus on. What do we need to focus on today specifically? Because it's new moon. I'm not going to go onto Lionsgate portal stuff right now. I just wanted to remind you because we're running out of space. I'm doing 2 sessions, one at 8 minutes past 8 in the morning and 8:08 in the evening. Okay, 7 places left. So please, it's first come, first served now because I can only do so many. And yeah, we'll do something for Lionsgate portal. I'll do a quick reading or something for you guys. Also, everything that we spoke about yesterday in the reading that I did, where I spoke of the 7 scorpions ritual that you can do with cleansing the different energy centers and stuff, I'm going to put that up. I'll do a little meditation video where I just talk you through it, and you can actually play that and lie down at home and just relax and do that exercise if you want to start mastering those energies and getting them shifting. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to do 3 lines today. I'm going to do what is the current energy today? What do we need to be focusing on the most today? All right. What energy can they bring up to tell us this is what's most important, this is what you do today. And then I will say the energy is moving out and what is coming in for us. Okay, what can we expect in the next couple of days? So I haven't really decided what I'm going to do here, but I think the Earth Magic Oracle is always good for this. Let's see. So we're asking, please, what kind of energies do we need to focus on the most today? What do we need to do to make the most of today's new moon in Leo? If you're a Leo, you might feel a little bit more Leo-like and want to use your voice and roar and stand up for yourself and be a little bit argumentative, or just empowered. So it would be interesting to know from the Leos what they're feeling. Okay, what do we need to do most importantly today, please, with this new moon? What do we need to focus on and embody? Ooh, okay, there we got two. Gonna take those. We had this last time. Wake up call, major shift happening. Perspective. I spoke about that yesterday. Okay, I'm going to take 4 cards, please. I think. Last one, please. Thank you. Oh, this is amazing. I actually did a reading for someone yesterday. Is there anyone anymore? Before I decide it's only 4. One last one. Okay. Alright. This is quite interesting. So, today we focus on wake up call. Okay, we had this for the full moon actually, and I said to you guys, this is coming. There's going to be momentous occasions, huge shifts, things that blow you out of the water. Okay, it's coming. I've had 2 things that I never thought would happen in my life happen in the past month or so. Okay, and they hit you when you're not looking. Just carry on, be doing what you're doing, working on yourself, making things right, being the best version of yourself, and all of a sudden this just hits you like a ton of bricks, but hopefully a good ton of bricks. Okay, perspective. This is lovely. This is reminding us that we are part of the bigger picture, okay, and reminding us to meditate and realize that we are part of this whole cosmos, the earth, the animals and plants around us. We need to sit in the garden, we need to watch the butterflies and the bees and smell the earth and realize that we're all interconnected and we're actually part of this, and we're here to have this human experience that we keep forgetting about as well. Also to gain perspective on what is really important. So, sweating the small stuff and maybe looking at situations that you find yourself in, whether it's in personal relationships or whatever the case is. If you find yourself in an argument with someone or in some kind of a fray, zoom out, pretend it's 2 other people you're looking at, and what advice would you give them? What advice would you give them, and how would you perceive their behavior? Alright, and this helps you to gain perspective. So you may be finding that you're in a situation like this today, especially with the communication being a bit weird, people being a little bit edgy, and this also speaks to synergy. Okay, trying to find that balance and also noticing synergistic events. The numbers that we've been saying that have repeated, it's ridiculous how much it's happening to me, and it didn't happen for a long time. So repetitive numbers, seeing the same kind of animals all the time, butterflies, dragonflies, whatever the case is, different kinds of birds. Synchronistic events of bumping into people from your past, and also realizing that there needs to be a synergy again between you and the earth. Okay, and gaining perspective about where you fit in and how you fit in, and that there's a bigger picture here. There are planets moving around having an influence. There are plants and animals that provide things for you and your oxygen and your livelihood, and are providing this energy around you all the time. And don't forget to look at it. Don't look past it and forget to live. Okay, this is what this is reminding me of. And then instinct. This is very important. This is saying 2 things to me. For me, this is solitude and instinct. The first thing I want to say is and I said this to my client yesterday, there's a difference between being lonely and being alone. You can be in a room full of people and you can still feel alone, but you're not lonely. And then you get solitude. Solitude is a choice. You go and you sit where it's quiet and you are just alone with yourself, which can be scary for some of us. Meditation, whatever it is, or just sitting, just looking up at the sky and watching the clouds and just having that moment with nature and with yourself. Alright, this is what this is about, and it heightens your instincts, it heightens your intuition. And you need to now follow your instincts, even if things feel different, out of the ordinary. They're not choices and decisions you'd usually make, but something inside you says, this is what I truly want, please go for it. Okay, take that leap of faith. We're conditioned to think that that's not how things should be, and we should never do that, and we shouldn't follow our instincts, we should apply logic. This is not the time to do that. Okay, if it feels right, it's right. If it feels wrong, it's wrong, and go with that. I always say your gut knows a lot more than your brain does. Alright? Okay. So, I'm asking now, please, what energies will we feel that will start to leave us as from today? What energies will be leaving? One card at a time, please. Thank you. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to take these. Okay, these two are almost like I'm reading in reverse, and these two are not so much. Okay, so what energies are leaving us? This feeling as if you're feeling stuck. You want to break free. You want to break out of the normal mold that you're usually in. This is something that's come up for me as well. Again, this is what was in the client's reading yesterday. This is about breaking free, all right? You see what effort it takes for that whale to breach out of the water and to break through and just escape from that life that he knows under the water, just for that little while where there's fresh air, clouds, and everything that he's not used to. It's an unfamiliar territory for him, but there is such liberation and freedom in this picture. And I feel that the energies that are leaving are the things that prevent us from doing this. Okay, if we have been holding ourselves back, if we are too concerned with the opinion of others, of what we're doing with our lives, which way we need to go, what direction we need to take, if we're too scared to take that jump or that leap of faith, you're encouraged to do so now. The reluctance to breach, I feel, is the energy that's leaving at the moment. Okay, this is going to be leaving us. We're not going to have this resistance and this hesitation anymore. Also, this is about the concept of love that we hold at the moment. And it's a misconception that we've had for a long time, actually a couple of decades, where love is something where you're dependent on somebody else, they're expected to look after you, or they have to offer certain things, or they got to put a ring on it. You know, all of this kind of superficial junk that we've invested in over the past couple of years. And this, I think the concept of how we love is leaving, and the fact that we never used to apply self-love. It was all about, yes, looking good and trying to look like the person on the front of the magazine, and that's love, self-love, because you're going to have your nails done. All the rest of it, it wasn't self-love. Self-love is looking after yourself, putting yourself first, and not in a selfish manner, but in a way where you actually look after yourself and you become the best version of yourself. And the minute you do this, you actually attract love and romantic relationships. The minute you are the best version of yourself and you become somebody that you would date, you see how you actually attract that kind of person. And you find that. And this compassion for yourself brings compassion for others. So this for me is the way in which we used to see love. It's definitely changing. I'm seeing it in other people. I'm seeing with my clients what kind of relationships they're getting into after they've had this time of solitude. And the quality of relationship is just off the charts in comparison. It's wholesome, it's mutualistic, it's not parasitic, it's not abusive. And I've been talking about this for a long time and saying this is coming. So I think that the way we used to love and the concept of love and the way we used to think about it is leaving. This is definitely shifting. And the fact that we didn't have enough self-love to, heal from relationships or situations that were abusive as well, maybe in our childhood, where we felt like we blamed ourselves all the time, or we were happy to live in a victim mentality and every person we meet, we need to tell our story. We've moved on from this and we're shifting out of it. Okay, then we have the veiled card. These two are slightly different. Energies that are moving out, this kind of foggy confusion. We've been sitting in this for quite a while, and a lot of people have been like, I don't know what's going on, I'm so confused, I feel weird, I'm exhausted, I've got 20,000 things going on in my head and 20,000 things happening. I don't really have a sense of direction, and I feel like this is going to clear now. There's clarity is going to come, this fog's going to lift, and we're going to have a sense of direction and what we want to do, and it's going to be clear and true. Okay, and then here, this is a given for me. This is about this karmic reset that's coming and what we need to start working on. And we need to realize that, yes, we were in a place where we had conditioning from previous generations. Maybe they taught us things that weren't right or we don't agree with. Maybe we've changed from being heavily religious to being a little bit more spiritual, whatever it is, and we felt we might be judged for that. But that's okay. And, you know, we're getting to a place of understanding of why we had these paradigms and these belief systems and conditioning, where they come from, why they're no longer healthy for some people, why they are the right way for some people. So a lot of people are shifting the way they live their lives, the things they do, and they're also getting to a place that it's okay. It's okay if it's not approved by everybody. And I think even parents and older generations are getting to a place of acceptance and realizing that maybe the way they did things are a little bit outdated now, and it's time to move on and do something different. And so there's a consciousness shift with regards to this, and the way that we've been conditioned, and you know, our belief systems that maybe are not in alignment with where we live today and how we live today anymore. And they always, as long as they have good roots and they're wholesome, then there's nothing wrong with that shift. All right, and as long as it feels right for you, we need to move to a place where we do what's right for us. This self-love and compassion, that's what it is. What makes you tick, what you feel your purpose is, that's what you follow. Okay, and then finally we're going to do the energies that are coming in the next couple of days. I want to specify that it's in the next in the next week or so. Okay, because otherwise it could be indefinite. What energies for the collective? Please note it won't always just apply to you, because we're covering a lot of angles here, and it's for a lot of different people. You might only find one aspect, but I want to see for the next week what is the predominant energies, what are the predominant energies that are going to come in for us. Okay, I'm going to give it one shuffle, two shuffles, because I just missed that bottom section. And then let's see. Energies coming in for us in the next week, please. One card at a time. Those were technically two separate ones as far as I'm concerned. I think I need to take that one. One more, please. Thank you. I like to look at the bottom of the deck sometimes. The bottom of the deck is blessings. Okay, when I'm finished, I like turn it around saying, what else? What's sitting there waiting for us? Okay, so what's coming in? Ancient healing wisdom, the shaman. This has very special significance for me. But for some of you, this is maybe something that you learned from your ancestors. Maybe when you're sitting doing this karma reset, or this you know, sitting with yourself, maybe you end up talking to elders in your family. But there's some kind of ancient healing wisdom that you're either going to come across, or that's going to be imparted to you, or that maybe you are going to be feel that you need to apply while you're going through this. Okay, this could be going all out if you're really spiritual and going on a ayahuasca retreat or something. I was discussing this with one of my friends today. It could be going and doing something like Kambo, you know, like really, really deep spiritual stuff, sweat lodge. anything like that. It could also just be that for the first time you light a candle and say a prayer like that, or that you decide to change what you do and use some traditional medicine, or start drinking herbal tea, make some, healthy shifts in your life that come from this kind of background or these roots. So this is something that's coming in this week. Keep an eye out. It will be nice to hear what this means for some of you. Purification, this is rinsing, this is washing away, this is like shedding your skin. So this is showing me there's going to be a purification. There is going to be negative junk leaving us. Okay, some of you might have rain. Embody it and be aware of it. Go for have a shower, go for a swim, be mindful of this, and attract it. Say, okay, purification's coming in, I'm going to take it to the max by trying to embody this, or I'm going to go and watch the rain, whatever the case is. And you're going to be mindful of this purification, this rinsing away and washing away the old, so that this new fresh energy can come in. Everything will be clean, everything will start sprouting. Think of the smell after the rain and how beautiful and clean and fresh everything is. This is what's coming in for us. Okay, ceremony and invocation. This reminds me of what I'm going to be doing shortly. A lot of us do new moon rituals as well, where you write down the things you want to get rid of and you burn that piece of paper, or you write letters to people who've upset you, people that you need to forgive, or you write about something. Let it all out, write about it, and then burn it, and let it go up into the ether and be gone. And then you say, okay, that's it, I have purged this, and now we're moving forward. We're going to live in the now, we're going to be mindful of it, and we're going to work towards our future. We're going to not live in the past anymore. We're living into the future. We want things to come. We want to manifest. We don't want to get stuck. Okay, so whatever you do, whatever you want to do, maybe there is something that is, passed down that you could do that's quite significant and would have a good effect. So have a look at it. Maybe see if it's the first time you're doing something on that level spiritually. Maybe just need to do a little bit of research. I'm happy to give any advice if people want to do that kind of thing. I will be lighting a candle for each of you on the 808 Lionsgate portal and adding some energetic clout to it. So, you just have to, maybe you want to do that 7 scorpions ritual and clean everything out, whatever it is, but some kind of invocation. If you're religious or you're Christian, whatever the case is, you're pagan, you can do some kind of a prayer or an offering, whatever it is. Okay, you will know what you need to do. And then finally, stillness. This lake card for me means stillness and reflection. We need to sit, we need to be quiet with ourselves, we need to be thankful for what we have, we need to be thankful for the lessons that came from the things of the past that we're going to leave behind. And when we do leave them behind, we always need to say thank you for the lesson. I come from a place of gratitude for that lesson, and I will take the lesson forward, but I don't have to carry the pain with me and regurgitate that memory over and over and hurt myself. Alright, so this is also about meditation, sitting, just being still. I mean, if I'm quiet for 5 seconds, listen to everything around me. Okay, I choose to be quiet when I'm not speaking, but there's birds everywhere. I can hear birds, I can hear dogs, I can hear bees buzz past me every now and then. Just be still and get to this place where you gain perspective about where you are and who you are and how you fit in. Alright, and also calm your energies for when this comes along, because it might give you a little bit of a heart palpitation in a good way, but it might do. Alright, and as far as doing these rituals and going according to ancient healing wisdom, or using any of this stuff, also remember, use your instincts. Use what you're comfortable with, what feels right for you, what you are told intuitively to do, and just follow your instincts with everything that you do. If you drive down the road and you see a pine cone and you want to put that next to a candle for your ritual, do it. Whatever works for you. There's no place for rigidity when it comes to things like this. And yes, just try and enjoy it and embrace it and be excited about the energies that are coming in, because I'm telling you, the negative stuff is leaving. Be excited about this feeling of being able to escape and breach and get out of that mold that you've been in for so long. Alright, especially if you're in Leo energy at the moment, you're going to be roaring, okay, and saying what you feel and doing what is best for you, which is such a beautiful thing. I love it when people do that. So, know that the fog's going to lift soon, and that stuff that's come from damaging past relationships with parents, whatever, grandparents, ancestral stuff, time to move it out and actually swap it around by using maybe some of your old ancestral healing methods to bring about this purification and this stillness. And just, I think for some of you also who've had a lot of like tumultuous times recently in your life, and maybe, you know, like I said, loss of loved ones, etc., maybe this calm is coming after the storm. All right, we're all going through different stages. Maybe some of us, the storm's coming, but it's a good thing, and it's to just, you know, shake that energy up a bit. We need that to happen sometimes. And I always encourage, please move. There's I think a feng shui, I think it's a feng shui saying that says move 27 things around, and you'll feel the movement of the energy around you, that stagnant energy, and you'll feel positive movement. So clean something out, give some clothes away, do some good. You know, if you've been holding on to an old t-shirt of an old boyfriend or girlfriend, throw it out. If there's an old book you used to keep, a scrapbook with pictures of you and an ex who really didn't serve you and it didn't enrich your life, let it go. You know, that kind of stuff can really help you. And hoarding is never a good thing. It's never a good thing. It causes clutter and stagnation. And they say that, you know, your environment around you reflects the state of mind as well. So try to remember that. And if you want to change your state of mind, change your physical environment. All right, blessings. This is what's coming for us. Honestly, there is a rainbow at the end with a pot of gold for many of us. Things you've been struggling with, abundance, relationships, illness. I think that there's going to be major shifts here. And I'm dying to see what happens the next couple of weeks. Okay, let's see my favorite deck for finishing off. Not my favorite, don't get offended, guys. But I always like to get a message from these. This is the Spirit Oracle. I love ending off with these. I'm going to just see what do we need to know the most. What messages are the most important for us right now, please, to help us tap into the self-love, to help us get through whatever it is we're going through at the moment. What messages do they have for us? Okay. Whoa. Okay, I'm definitely going to take that one. I'll put these back. Oh, there's two here. The Artist and Innocence. Okay. Is there anything else, please? I'll take one more if you have one more for us. I feel like this one wants to come out. Okay, anything else? Last one. I cannot believe Kuan Yin. Every time, you'd swear there were 50 of her in this pack. A lot of you will recognize her, okay? Kuan Yin says, love and compassion. I'm not kidding, look at the back of the card. Love and compassion. A time of healing. You're being showered with love and light. Accept this gift. A newfound joy for life will replace your sadness. Okay, this has happened for me. I'm not kidding. In the last week or so, monumental things have happened in my life, alright? And this also, there's been a healing card up, and it says here, accept the gift, compassion, a time of healing. And healings come up, which makes me want to read this card next. Healing. Positive transformation is occurring on a soul level. The answer to your question is yes. We've had this before, and I think we were building up to them, but now it's here. It's here. It's coming. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to see major transformation. I'm not kidding, alright? I had a long time family feud. I'll give you guys one example that went on for almost 20 years and affected our family very deeply. and that feud was just dissolved like it had never happened. And if you had told me it would have happened, I would have called you a liar. Okay, so don't never say never. That's what I'm saying. The artist. This is something to do with generations as well. And please note the rainbow for the blessings card. The intuition. I'm seeing a lot of stuff here. Okay, it says, you are the infinite power of creation. Gain perspective and remember this, okay? You are the infinite power of creation, an eternal artist. Create something beautiful today. Feel the stars shining. You are one with the universe and nature. Eternal light shines through you forever. You are one with the universe and nature. Remember synergy card as well. I love it when it all comes together. Okay. Let me not be so messy here. Just gave you guys a lecture of how your outer world reflects your mind. And here I am getting all messy. Okay, and then finally we have innocence. Innocence, purity, joy. You are being encouraged to just be you. You are the light of the joy in this world. Expect positive outcomes to flow from your honesty and your pure intentions. I've been speaking to you guys about doing things with integrity, having pure intentions, doing what really serves you, following your heart and being true to yourself. I've spoken about this for weeks and weeks and weeks. So this is your self-love. Your self-love is also being true to yourself, being honest about who you are, what you want, being honest when someone answers you, and not worrying about hurting anyone's feelings, all of that kind of thing. It's very, very important. I feel like this card's important as well. Message from afar. This is for somebody. Okay, message from afar. This could be a spiritual message as well, because it reminds me of this picture. Maybe something comes in your dreams, or somebody's passed away or something, and a message comes in for you. Alright, it's also somebody from your past. We are revisiting a lot of past relationships in good and bad ways at the moment. Well, good ways either way, because sometimes it's just a chapter that we need to close, and sometimes someone from our past comes back, and this brings a lot of joy into our lives. So whatever that means for you, the back says, messages from afar. Expect positive and refreshing news. A great outcome for all. Okay, and I think that's a beautiful message to end on, and especially seeing as this also now, all of a sudden to me, reminds me that it looks like new moon. Alright, I would love to hear if you guys get some messages and stuff. Hit me up on Instagram if you can't find this video again, to comment on it. It's at Eiroasis, and it's spelled E-I-R, Oasis, all one word. I'm also on Facebook, so yes, please send me a message, PM me, whatever the case is, and I'd love to hear. If something awesome happens, I want to hear about it. I want to, let the other people know that you're having positive experience. It's very important for us to share our positive experiences with each other, because the ones who are ending their adversity or getting to the end of it, who are sort of running out of hope and just need that little bit of extra, it's very, very good for you to just make contact, put it out there, say, hey Shireen, this wonderful thing happened to me, I'm willing to share it, I'll post it on my Instagram. Give people that hope, give people that motivation, share when something wonderful happens for you, so that they can just hang in there a little bit longer until it's their turn as well. Alright, you don't know the impact it can have when you just share something positive with somebody and say, don't worry, your time is coming. This has just happened to me, I thought it would never happen, positive stuff, it's your turn, it's coming, please hang in there. Let's try and support and motivate each other, because it has been difficult for a lot of people, and let's just interact and do what we can for each other. Share your joy. Alright, just like when we share when we're sad and we're troubled, let's share when we're happy as well. Let's change the mindset about that. Okay guys, I wish you a beautiful new moon. I will definitely put up that video of the meditation quite shortly. I'll post on Instagram when it's up, but it'll go on YouTube, of the ritual of the 7 scorpions. If you want to, get that whole energy center thing going. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please look at my IGTV video from yesterday or the day before, and you'll see the Ritual of Seven Scorpions when I did the reading with the Isis Oracle cards, these ones here. And the front of the video actually has this card on it, so you'll spot it a mile away. All right, look for the video that's got this as a cover, and you'll see, and I'll talk about this Ritual of Seven Scorpions. It's power to conjure lower vibrational forces, and it's how to overcome lower vibrational forces, addictions, negative things, and to turn them around and take that negative energy, acknowledge it and release it and turn it into something positive. This was about Isis rescuing a little boy who'd been stung by a scorpion, how she mastered the scorpion's poison to actually heal him. And that's what it's about, turning that poison into something that is healing. Your inner poison, your inner demons, all the things you struggle with. All right, that's what this little ritual is about. And it's super easy. It's literally breathing in and out. Some people will think, well, this is too easy to actually work, and you'll be very fooled with some of these Egyptian things. They're very simple. It's breathe in and say this, and breathe out and say that, and you think it's so mundane and silly, but you will notice the difference. And I've used this for people who've got addictions, clients of mine, and all sorts of things, and it really, really has helped. Okay, so keep an eye out. I'm going to post just a picture of this with myself speaking and just giving you that little meditation. All you need to do is lie down and follow the instructions. Okay, much love to all of you. I hope you have a beautiful evening, and that's out with the old, in with the new. De-junk your life. Shed that old skin, and I would love to see all of you developing into new, beautiful, new versions of yourselves. Okay, take care. Chat soon. Bye-bye.